We're going to introduce you guys to the best kept secret in elite sports. All right. Patented technology, scientifically proven results. It is a topical gel with magnesium sulfate and carnosine in it. That's it. There is a mentholated product as well that has menthol in it. It's the only active ingredient, right?
Yep.
Um, what's it do? Like, what's it do?
What doesn't it do?
It enhances performance, recovery, and pain relief.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm just going to give my testimony. I had a good friend reach out to me, say, Todd, you got to test this. And if it wasn't this guy that sent, would tell me to do this, I wouldn't have done it. I would have looked the other way and said, "Yeah, hey, thanks. I'm great where I'm at." But he reached out to me and I got a bottle of it. And the first time I used it, I was like, oh my God, what's in this? Like and I mean, I didn't even tell Coach Denny for like a week. Like I'm like, okay, it's maybe in my head, right? So what I did is I put it on my legs and I got on the bike. And if you guys ever been on an assault bike, I went 20 minutes as hard as I possibly could go. Got pretty close to 8 miles in 20 minutes, which I hadn't been on the bike for a long time. And that's killer. Like typically if I'd done that in the past, I would, after 20 minutes, I would lay on the ground and I have my heart rate. Like I was in the red, like a long time of that 20 minutes. I was pushing hard. I would typically have to lay on the floor for another 20 minutes before I even got up. And then I would have a hard time walking. Um, and then I would be sore for about 3 days after that. Okay. Not only did I get off the bike after 20 minutes, I felt great. I went and took my dog for a 1 mile jog behind it and still felt great. I took a shower, put the stuff back on after the shower, was never sore whatsoever from that bike ride. And I thought, okay, maybe it's just in my head. Maybe it's just in my head. I got to test this again, right? So I tested it. The very next day, I did a 5K. I don't run at all. I ran the fastest 5K I've ever run without stopping. I didn't have to stop. My lungs were killing, but my legs felt great. I could have probably ran another 5K. And once again, showered, put it back on after, and wasn't sore the next day. The last time I ran a 5K was like 3 months before that, and it took me a week to recover from it. A week. I was still in pain a week later after running that fight, and I had to walk parts of it. I didn't have to walk any of this one. Best time I've run in a long, long time. I was like, okay, well, let's try weights. Like, I'm still not convinced. Let's try weights. I threw this stuff on my chest, on my shoulders, on my biceps and triceps, and absolutely destroyed a weight workout. Now, and if you've been following me for a while, I don't lift a lot of weights. I do a lot of body weight. I have a bad back. It needs a fusion, L5S1. Got an MRI on Friday. I literally absolutely destroyed this workout. Unfortunately, I cannot reach my back. And I got done with this workout and I'm like, that's really, really weird. Like, I typically couldn't pick up dumbbells at the end of a workout like this. Put it on, shower, put it on after. Woke up the next morning, nothing sore except for my back because I was doing pull-ups and I was doing some weighted rows and stuff like that. And my back was so sore, but none of the rest of me because I couldn't reach my back with this stuff. So and it just I kept trying to prove this product wrong. And so I called a couple of our clients and said, hey, can you just, I think I'm losing it. Can you just buy a bottle and try this out on your own? And every single guy that ordered it, and it was only a couple guys, like I didn't even call Denny yet because Denny's not going to believe me. He's not like, it's like, Todd, I called a couple other guys that I knew. They saw my bike. I got on the bike and went 29 miles in an hour and a half. I have never been on the bike for longer than 45 minutes in my life, and that 45 minutes all but put me in the hospital. I went an hour and a half at 29 miles, 19.33 miles per hour. It was insane. I felt awesome afterwards. I felt like I probably could have went another 29 miles. I just got bored. I was like, okay, I'm bored. And one of the guys that I had get on this, they both have bikes, so they understand. They're like, okay, we'll try it. Same thing. They call me like, this stuff's crazy. So uh, this has been around a while, but it's been used by the elite. It's been used by Olympic athletes, by NHL guys, NFL guys, right? And nobody talks about it because you get that edge, right? But now it's becoming available to the masses through this company called Dervita. So why does it work, Denny? Why?
I mean, honestly, it's got a, I can go on and on, but the biggest thing I'll say is it's got a patented delivery system that's just unique all on its own to where nobody else can copy it. So you guys have all used, different creams, different, analgesic gels. And what that basically means is it's going to go, you got 7 layers of skin and it's going to go down through and it's going to hit a bunch of these layers of skin. All right. So now in layman's term, what Lactigo is able to do is they've developed a process to where we can not only get through these, we can get down into the bloodstream. Okay. It's huge. Right. So, and by the way, in order to do this, we had to develop a process to where they can get larger molecules through. And long story short is everybody else where they stop here, we're able to get it down in. And when we get it down in there, with carnosine is pretty much all throughout your body. And ever since 9 years old, your supply goes like this. It never goes up. So if you were to ingest it through the mouth, it all gets destroyed into your stomach. So it doesn't really get to you. Here you can put it on spot locations. You got that tennis elbow, you got the achy shoulder. You can put it right here. You can put it just damn near anywhere. Long story short is it gets in, it does the job, it actually works. You'll feel it the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's backed by clinical studies now. There's several of them. 8 to 15% performance increase with one application. Immediate performance benefits after you apply this the first time.
Unless you're a world bodybuilder, because he got 35%.
Oh yeah, he got 35% increase.
Now the reason for that is, not to get too technical, is this will work more on the muscle more than everywhere, but it's also going to work in the joints. It's going to work with the ligaments. It's going to get into all that. So it's if you got something, I think we all kind of at this age have something that kind of bothers us a bit for pain, or maybe we'd like to go a little bit longer for performance, or, we got a kid, a neighbor kid, a niece, a little cousin. We know everybody knows somebody who would use this product.
Yeah. And so what we've experienced with everybody now, we've probably got over 50 people that have used it. I started taking this late November, right after Thanksgiving. Really tested it out in December. I pushed this really, really hard in January. Like I absolutely destroyed. My workouts in January were equivalent to that of 10 years ago, if not better. It was crazy. So more reps, longer endurance, faster recovery. So you can train harder with less soreness and instant feel, right? And the thing I'll tell you is the pain relief. I haven't been lifting weights. I've been doing a ton of body weight just because my elbows hurt, my shoulders hurt from all of the weightlifting I've done. Guys, I've been training since I was 14, just turned 50, right? All that wear and tear, it's gone. It's gone. I put this on before, I put it on after I shower, after my workout, and I put it on before I go to bed. Unbelievable pain relief. Just it's like I'm in my 20s again.
Well, the biggest thing is when you say the pain relief, it goes hand in hand with the recovery. So to share my story on what I did was just like, all right, I'll try it out.
Yeah, you got to try this, Denny.
I'm not in as much pain as Coach Todd is. And for those of you who know me, I've dibbled and dabbled in quite a few sports, and I've done fairly well. I would say more than the average bear, right? So what I did was I did back to back. I set up, we had a 3-4 hour session of soccer at the local college. And that was with the college players. And then right after that, I drove to the next town over, and then I played basketball with local college kids. And we did that for 3 hours. And when that was done, the next day I went to the largest indoor BMX park in the world. And it was the first of its kind. This place has trails and trails and trails. It's over 100 volleyball courts big. The place is just massive. So you can go the whole day and not hit everything there, right? You really got to know what you're doing to find everything. So we're there for at least 7 hours that day. Now, I should have put an application on in the morning. I should have put an application on midday. I should have put an application on when we were done. And the next day I should have done the same thing, right? I put on one application before the first day, did not do it at the end of the night, which I should have done. And then the second day I did the same thing. I did one before. Now, if I would have done this 12-hour plus, between the 2 days, even myself, like I would feel a little bit sore. I'd feel a little tight in the back, and the legs would feel a little bit tight, and that would last, whether it's, half a day, day and a half, 2 days, but like there would be some residual there. I felt nothing, right?
It's
I
crazy.
should have done, on a 6 application process, I only did 1/3 of that and I felt nothing when I was done. And I was like, all right, okay, there's definitely something to this. And then so I did some more tests after that, but that was my first big test. Like I'm like, okay, we're gonna see what happened here, and then, but yeah.
So the question we always get, first of all, when guys are like, is this legal, right? So it's safe, it's tested, and it's trusted. All right, zero banned substances, 100% legal for athletes at all levels. In fact, it is suitable for everybody 2 years and up, and it's trusted by top performing athletes worldwide. Brittany Reese broke an American
Well,
record with Lactigo,
yeah,
right?
49 countries at this point.
So yeah, it's a pretty. It is safe. It's got the informed sport stamp of approval on it. NCAA, NFL, NHL, all those. In fact, Denny and I, because we got pretty excited about this opportunity, they had a little get together in Arizona. So Denny and I, on our own dime, jumped in a plane and met down in Arizona, met the owners of the company, of DareVita, met with the top leadership, and it's still in pre-launch. Like when we were in Arizona, like there was no website. Like there's still not a website we could really operate at. And so, we've been testing out, we've been working with the leadership and the team, and now there's a website. So get ready. And we did all
Well,
that
there
because
was no website. We were in Arizona. They had all the top brass there from the company. They had NHL,
yeah,
Stanley Cup winners. They had what's
Super
one
Bowl,
for football, right? Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl.
champs there. We had Olympians there.
Yeah.
Um, I'm telling you, all these people were in the room, and everybody had paid on their own dime. Not a single person was there, had been compensated, and the room was packed and the room was buzzing, and it was crazy. I mean, I'm not going to go into everything, but we even met a lady who her life was literally saved by this product. It's probably a disclaimer or say, hey, this isn't going to be a typical result for everybody. Da 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 da. But long story short, we would not have been able to meet her had she just not started a couple simple applications, which to
Yeah.
me was just mind blowing. Like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, this should be free for all the nations, but that's not the world we live in.
So Matt said, I used it today before a workout. Best way I could describe it is that my muscles felt warmed up before I started my warm up. It feel great tonight still. Yep.
Yeah.
So awesome. So the best kept secret in elite sports and now we have an opportunity to be on the ground floor in pre-launch, which means first mover advantage. All right. So early adopters, that's where we're at. What's up, Josh? So we've got a proven product. Every single person I've given to has gotten a result. Okay. We have an untapped market. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's ever heard of it. Right. So that equals massive, massive potential. It is a network marketing company, ML, whatever you want to call it. But, network marketing isn't going anywhere. In fact, with what's happening in the world, it's probably going to be more going that way than anything. So I'm excited about it. And they have a great compensation plan. And really have it set up to win, right?
Yeah. Well, not to date myself, but this is a once in a lifetime product that doesn't come along very often.
Right.
And it reminds me of, you know, back when Coach Todd played football for Nebraska, they came out with this product, and it'd been around, but they finally like came out and they started utilizing this product called creatine.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Todd and his teammates were taking it, and they literally stomped mud holes in everybody for 2 years till everybody started catching up. And now, I mean, everybody here has heard of creatine. Another product that reminds me of this, I know it's on a different, platform. It reminds me of Sony Walkman. Everybody's like, hey, what's that all about? And then next thing you know, it's just like everybody, okay, I take
Yeah.
this back. Some of you guys listen to this today have no idea what a Sony Walkman is.
Right.
But when it came out, and for you guys who have no idea, think of iPhone before iPhone was out.
Yep.
It came out, and the next thing you know, it was everywhere. It was at every wrestling tournament. It was at every playground. It was everywhere. The reason why I say that is nobody knows about Lactigo. Unless your family member is a world champion, you probably have never heard of it. But within 3 to 5 years, everybody's going to be carrying around their little Sony Walkman called Lactigo. It's going to be in their gear bag. It's going to be in their kids' gear bag. It's going to be at every YMCA. It's going to be at every pickleball court. It's literally going to be everywhere. It's going to be a household name.
Yeah.
And you have the chance to be the first to share it.
And so there's no competition with this one. Unlike creatine, like you can go to Amazon right now. I believe we have the best creatine at Set the Bar Sups that you can get your hands on right now. 100% believe that. But you can go to Amazon, type in creatine, and see thousands of results of different companies that have creatine. We have zero competition with this. It's patented technology. Nobody's going to be able to knock it off. It's in a lane of its own. It actually works really well with everything we do inside of our group anyway, right? Because our guys want to train harder, be less sore, get better results, right? So, and then on the business side of it, it's a minimal time commitment, right? And you're going to have the STB locker room support. We'll help you with everything. That's what Coach Denny and I do. We want to see, and that's what I love about network marketing. We don't succeed if you don't succeed. So it, makes us have to help you succeed in the business in order for us to succeed. So I've always loved that about network marketing is like you don't make money if you don't help people make money. Help enough people, Zig Ziglar said, help enough people get what they want and you'll have plenty. Right. So Absolutely love that about this business. And most businesses are the opposite way. I owned a franchise. Me and my brother and my mom made the most money. You were never going to make more money than us. We own the place. Right. Now, I came into this business. I sponsored Denny. Denny can make more money than me in this business. I don't own his business. He goes out and talks to more people and has more customers. He'll make more money than me. Do I get a little share of what he does? Absolutely. But he can make more money than me. So let's knock that out right now. Like, this is probably the best business model I know of because there's no inventory. You don't have to, we run our own websites.
There's no brick and mortar, right? Okay. Everybody's got a busy. I mean, if somebody's on here and they have, your calendar has 12 different slots of free time, come teach us how. All right. You're going to be on next Monday. You're going to teach everybody else how. But nobody has time anymore. Nobody, we're not in 1950. We're in 2025. Both parties have to work for the most part. That's the majority and the norm of it. And if you're a single mom or if you're a single dad, my hat's off to you because you're absolutely crushing it. If you're on here today, because Lord knows you're not getting enough sleep. Lord knows, you're spending every waking hour taking care of your kids. Well, what if this could help alleviate some of those issues? What if your kid forgets his shin guards or shoes or, forgets his cleats and you're in a town over? And it's just like, all right, these things are like $140. It's just like, all right, do I have enough money on the card? Do I have enough money, in my bank account? Well, what if you were able to just go ahead and pay for that and not worry about it, right? What if you got another kid with you or 2 or 3 kids and you're going out to eat? You don't have to worry about that. Geez, do I have enough money? Do I need to be eating a salad while these kids are, chowing down? Because that's what a good parent would do, right? Those problems are over.
So is this you? who this product's for: athletes, high school, college, pro, right? Parents of athletes. Obviously getting your kids, but actually using it yourself and doing the workouts with your kids. That's what I've done for the last 10 years with my kids. Absolutely love it. And now I can keep up with them probably a little bit better. Fitness lovers, train harder, recover faster. Coaches and trainers, better results for your clients, right? And then anyone looking for a new income stream, right? So, and you can just use it as another income stream, right? So that's who it's for. So the next step is try Lactigo. You can reach out to us. You can, we got several guys in our group that you can reach out to as well. But try it, feel the results. We'll, reach out to us. And if you want to learn more, once again, reach out to us. That's like, we'll have a conversation. And
then I will say this, if you guys want to know more information about the business model, that's great. And we can talk about that at a different time. Not everybody wants to hear about that, but I will tell you this. If I ask Coach Todd, how many people would it take in order for you to earn an income in this business for you to introduce us to? Do you know how many people that would be?
Yeah.
One. Just one person.
Yep.
If that person wants to go out and share it with a few people, next thing you know, you're earning a paycheck. Next thing you know, you have a debt-free business. Next thing you know, your business is debt-free and you have enough product to last you for a couple months, right? Before your credit card bill even hits,
Yep.
So it's a pretty cool system, but long story short, whether you want the business or you want to use the project, you need that edge, you got that pain, you're looking to do Monday, Wednesday instead of Monday, Thursday, Monday, Friday on doing legs. We can make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So ground floor, get in now. And that is the presentation on the Ultimate Side Hustle.